Wildcats as well. Look at Insidegames, Istanbul Wildcats and Forze. Jesus, just them three close enough together to make this very competitive all the way through. Gamerlegion starting to stretch their legs a little bit now, making it harder for the other teams to catch up. But still, it's only a 14-point difference between them and Powerful.
Not safe whatsoever.
I don't think Futbolist have gained more than a point today either, sadly.
I don't think they have any points today.
Oh, man.
That's rough. They got such a good showing yesterday.
A 16th and a 13th is what they've had so far.
Yeah. Not the type of day you want to have, especially not off of such a good performance coming in yesterday. Now, Zoekt Een Naam out early, and LXG, I mean, they've been improving today. I mean, of course, they do need to do so. This is their last week of games to be played before we move into the next phase of things after week 4. So interested in seeing how they can get things going in the final couple of days here.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? Fighting to be within that top 8 to show that you are a team that deserves to go on to the next stage and make your magic happen. And then you go into an even more stacked lobby.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That is the thing. That's where things really get spiced up when we get the best of both Group A and Group B. Now, of course, with the drop spots, not a whole lot of new under the sun. Besiktas, again, going out west. And I guess, I mean, this was the game that they had a good performance on previously with, I believe, a 5th place in that game prior to the last one. Besiktas as well.
4th, yeah.
4th place in that one, and then a good 2nd place game in the last one there as well. Have been waking up in the last couple of games here today. Of course, want to finish off on a high note. Potentially, well, if everything goes planned, with a win.
Yeah, they can walk away with a win after that 2nd place as well. A very good 2nd place in that. That'd be huge.
Also got to give it to Zoekt Een Naam. Wow, that's a Northern Circle. But give it to Zoekt Een Naam. They lost Ivel immediately in that previous game and still managed to win the game with 3 guys alive. They never lost a player after Ivel got killed pretty much instantly when they dropped in Cruz del Valle.
They went for that do-or-die play, and they certainly weren't going to go down. As we now look to see how this is going to pan out. Avangar won't have to move. They are going to be up north and within this Futbolist also there. Riddle, Seekorg, We Need a Home, K23, Forze, and Powerful. All within the circle popping up to the north. This south shift is going to be so difficult, and I'm looking to see teams like LXG and Northern Lights take the real long rotation round, go up north, and come in towards from the east. Yeah,
it's going to be extremely tricky to see these rotations. You've got to hug the edges, whether you're coming in from the east side or from the south side. And if you're already up there, what do you decide to play around? On that very first Miramar game we had yesterday, we saw that south side of the crater be the center point, and it was just brutal. It was the game that K23 won. Really, really rough game. We started going all the way up north, but then we just kept going further down south toward this crater. And I think we were at a point at once where we had, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure we had 7 people alive when there were still 2 circles to go. It was something crazy like that because everyone had just been fragging out earlier.
I don't know the exact numbers on how many were alive, but I remember it was ridiculously tight, right? It was like, we were thinking, you even thought we were 1 circle ahead because of the numbers we had.
Exactly. It was just, I mean, it was just insane to me how everyone just was forced to fight early because there was literally no place to fight for.
Norkis going for a little run. He wants a jog to start things off with here. Gets his mini out, and he's rightly so doing that because it is very open where he's running across.
He is very far away from his teammates too. I mean, they're doing this northern split that makes sense, but I don't think they're anticipating Avangar to sit in the plane all the way through to the top. They're probably saying, yeah, well, they're going to jump out early. But surprisingly enough to everyone, they didn't.
Yeah, I think so. They definitely jump out early, right? If we're over towards the west or towards the east. But yeah, I guess they looked at this one and thought, we actually prefer to take our usual kind of spot, right? The more common spot they go for with this one.
Oh, look at this. Just right up and above. Pressure applied, and he has no idea, looks, that there's a player sitting right above him.
Just White's just listening to this thinking, yeah, man.
Surprised that he's not trying to take somewhat of an angle to kill him. Because right now it seems like he's allowed to make a run around, and he actually does get a knock in the flush. Just White.
Oh dear. Errors were made. Oh no. Oh no. K23. It is all falling apart, and Lux is going to be the man to do it.
No.
He gets not 1 but 2 kills, and they knew exactly where he was. That kind of mistake is unacceptable. That is not the way it should have gone down.
You hate to see it. In all fairness, it's a great play by Lux because he didn't have any of the info that they had to work with, and he still gets a 1v2 going in his favor. But I mean, there are like 20 different scenarios where they could have done things differently. They would have, not easily, but come out on top of that one 9 out of 10 times.
I just wonder if Just White actually passed the information on that he heard him leave, because like he would have heard him run off. Lux wasn't being quiet.
That was that's one of those moments where you go, you know what? That was
Yikes.
embarrassing. That was bad. But that was just one early game out of 32 games, and then we'll just have to make it well in the other ones.
Yeah, they've got no time to think about it. They need to
Yeah,
play
not at
their
all.
best they
Gotta
can
keep
with the
it
2 players left alive in it. As Besiktas, though, will be very happy with that. The pressure was on them. They were probably thinking, oh, God, we might lose a player here. We don't know how to deal with this. And all of a sudden, he comes out with the individual performances that you need to keep that dream alive.
Really, really impressive reaction play from Lux. They're not only getting the first one, but realizing immediately after there was a player coming in from behind and getting the knock on towards him as well. Goes to show the individual strength of the Norwegian team.
Now, if you're watching the map screen at the moment, LXG are doing what I hoped they would do, and they are going all the way out towards the east, working their way up north, and they're going to come in from that eastern side into the circle to avoid a lot of the cluster down south, which is just where everyone else is rotating through. Northern Lights, Insidegames, no tag team, everyone is working their way through there. Zen also going across now as Riddle. They're going to make their way in a little bit more closer to some of these other teams, but they've got no tag hot on their heels.
And normally the area that we're in, O'Connell? Can you get it? Yes. Seems like he's safe, at least for now. But no, with this, I mean, normally you wait until Circle 3, Circle 4 and saying, oh, this next circle could determine who's going to win it. But here, the next one could have a whole lot of saying in who's going to manage to make those rotations and who won't. The entire center is a huge, pretty much inaccessible crater. Oh.
Just bypass each other.
Like, hello, how are you doing? Oh, you're going that direction too? Well, I'll see you there.
See you in a tick, mate.
It's
no
like,
problem.
you know, like the Dakar race where there's no clear route. It's just like you have to start here and you have to end there. And then it's kind of on your own to figure out how you want to get there.
Zinzan needs to be very careful. As does Ultra here. Greg spraying up onto him, and he wants some revenge for his fallen comrades. Simsy's got other ideas about this. More damage being done in K23. You need to be oh so careful here. There's just you 2 guys alive. I know you want to try and fight back onto this, but taking all this damage in these fights early on is less than ideal, and Lux is still managing to hit those shots.
Also, it's got to be so frustrating. This was the area where they really shined through yesterday. 14 kills and a win in this top northwest side. They probably came into this when they saw the circles like, this is our game. We got it.
Oh, there's out.
Huh.
He went for the maxes all without the kill.
I think he went for the. Smoke. That wasn't the smoke. I'm not sure what happened.
They're under a lot of pressure, right? You've got Besiktas literally chasing you down. You're only 2 of you left. You already lost 2 members. Mornade's going out towards them. Lux is just having a peek around. Greg's going to go and hide his way into the building and say, well, sorry, mate. I can't really help you out when you naded yourself.
Yeah, that's not optimal. Lux gets himself one more off of that. Gets himself the 3rd kill of the game.
So Besiktas have had a 4th today. They've had a 2nd on the previous game, just gone. And now they're already starting off with 4 kills, potentially, if they can find Greg.
Yeah, that would be a really good way to start this one. They're normally a team that once they get things going, they can pull out these insane high kill games. And we've seen them do that, especially on Miramar before. So whoever is left alive in this server, the last remaining 57 players, watch out, because Besiktas is going to be coming for you. And I like what they do here. There's no reason in just sitting around looking for him.
Don't chase him down.
Yeah.
And he's opted to
going to be worth it.
Sit in the skip. Wants to be in with all the dirt and grime, trying to hide him away. Finally jump into the building and say, okay, maybe they've gone now.
This next circle shift, though. This next circle shift can tell a whole lot, because look at how condensed the center is right now. And the thing is, with all these teams sitting around in here, it's going to force teams to sit around a little while longer, because you can't rotate that easily when there are teams around you, as you can see right here. Riddle, as soon as they peek out the door, there's shots fired in their direction. So what happens if we get a hard shift in pretty much any direction right now? It's just going to be so tough for a lot of these teams to rotate through.
And Northern Lights, we said about them, they've got a good placements overall now in terms of the total standings. But it's how they can continue to do this. Is we're going to go further towards this western side.
Now, fortunately, the majority of the teams were center on the western side of the center. We pretty much only have Futbolist, No Tag Team, and LXG out there. And they can still maneuver around far, far north if they want to. I would assume that that's what they're going to be doing. But for all these other teams that were sitting somewhat center, the thing is, right now the center point is literally called Crater Field. Hence the name. It's a huge crater. And everyone will have to figure out how their universe to rotate out on this side of the circle.
It's not going to be an easy one to make happen.
It's just a hard area to drive on. I mean, you cannot maintain speed. You have to take off more time to do your rotations because you need to drive in places where you have room to do so. But even here where Gamerlegion are driving, I mean, there could be teams sitting everywhere around here and trying to do ambushes on towards them. You just have to play it so much more careful, and it takes longer time, therefore, to get those rotations in.
Well, we've seen it many times where teams are caught out not just because of the rotation, but because of how slow you end up going across some of these hills. Somebody's going to try and escape here from Asverin. Multiple shots coming out towards him, and Sunzi is heavily under fire, and it's not just from him. Bjorn's also now taking shots from Ival, and it doesn't matter where you look, where you turn, if you're still rotating in, there'll probably be a team waiting for you to take you out. And Vasku, he's just going to run away now. He realizes, okay, this is a little bit more than I can chew here, so I'm going to get back towards my teammates who can provide me some cover fire and also probably eliminate him.
Great play coming in there. Nice reaction play from Vasco. Not only does he drive off and get an 8 thrown in there to kind of obscure the audio, but also he's able to get the help from his teammates. You see Ival T-Bone as well immediately there to help out Simsi. He's taking on a fight with Avangar.
We've not seen this before.
I feel like that's something that's been mandatory in the games.
I wonder if they could just like make a decision that if we do this, we just don't bother. That's not Besiktas eliminated. That's incorrect for now. Because Simsy is the only one that's gone down, I believe.
Yeah.
But maybe if they keep fighting against Avangar, they may be eliminated, which they would not want considering they started off so strong.
I mean, they had that fight in Junkyard yesterday where Avangar 4-0 sweeped them, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be in the back of your head now. I know Besiktas is a very talented team, and of course it could go both ways. But still, having that happen to you just yesterday, and then running into that same team again, losing a player to begin with here, that's gotta be mental distress.
Yeah, they start having flashbacks. No, not again.
No.
I can't deal with it.
We were finally doing so good off the start here.
Oh, it scares me that Mockingjay is already down from Futbolist because they've had 16th places every single game.
Yeah. Futbolists have not been able to pull off anything today, and now them sitting far on the eastern side. You can see if you're watching the map stream, exclamation mark map in the chat, and you should be able to get yourself a link to that one. Futbolist far out on the eastern side here. They are in a rough spot, and you can see as well everyone else. This is just all about high grounds.
We're getting to see the Wildcats fire off here. It's on to We Need a Home as Polyderic lands a nice one, but he'll find himself getting the first player knocked down and out of it. Snoopy's getting involved as well, and this is where We Need a Home. They are really stuck because they're playing a long-distance fight, and then they've also got Avangar pretty close range to them.
Well, they're sitting center, but for how much longer will they be able to stay put there, and for how much longer will they be able to stay alive? Because they're being focused, as you said, James, by multiple teams looking in their direction. Now, Circle's going to pop in just a short moment. And well, we do go somewhat center, but everything from Creative Field down to that road down by where Zoekt Een Naam is a really rough, somewhat open area with just a few hills here and there. There is that compound, and it's free for now. But whoever doesn't get in to get that spot quickly, I was going to say, they're going to have a hard time because we still have teams that are trying to still work on that rotation from the previous circle that are nowhere near the new one.
Lux may be down, but Tamil's going to come in to his rescue.
Hero Tamil to the rescue. Maybe.
He's had hero plays, that's for sure. He's capable of getting it done as Norkis. He's not going to get a lot done here if Maxazor continues to hit the shots. Oh no, oh no. Oh, you hate to see it. This is not what they would have wanted, but Furax is getting involved as well. The nade goes out from Maxazor because he smells the blood and he doesn't want one of those kills getting taken from him. But he's not close enough to his teammates. He is the soloed out player there, and he does have to keep some sort of cover around him.
I know the bike
Furax is literally tapping him down.
Very long range too. I know it was a somewhat stale target, but still impressive when you see it, Maxazor. Once again, those bold actions. All day, every day.
I think his Norkis has got no chance of getting Ghost Star back up. He's just going to have to go
he's
to his
dead.
death.
He is very dead. And the thing is that he do have two teammates that are further in, so Norkis might just be able to get on in there. But right now, I think Roxel and Morpheus has been able to stay put kind of in the quiet because they are down in the valley. But if you send a new bike in there, just like, hey guys, I'm here.
So, oh, you made a lot of noise, thanks.
Yeah, that's going to be people looking their way.
Max although he wants some revenge. Furax was able to tap him down, and now he's going to try and tap down some of the other members he has in front of him. Zinzan, oh no.
You just want to, you hate to see it if you're Zinzan, because like, how am I supposed to counter a bullet flying into my face from that distance, right? But it's just...
The silent bullet as well, which is even worse.
You? Yeah, not a whole lot you can do about it. Gamerlegion still stalled in their spot they took from Zoekt Een Naam just before. Well, I mean, they're sitting pretty well in their circles. No reason for them to leave right now, but they constantly have to worry about any team pushing them from that southern side. And the thing is, if the team does, and they have to engage in a fight like that, they know for a fact that whenever they're leaving just the shoulder, just the toe, exposed to Zoekt Een Naam, that's going to be them shooting in their direction.
Oh, you hate to see it. Again, we talk about the terrain, we talk about how the vehicles work out. Give it. He's going to take down Genzo, and he's looking for more as well. He watches BCGG dry off into that direction, and he will drive for the least foreseeable future, but they're trying to take him down still.
It happened again, so. First rotation.
Should have saved that and dropped it when it was definitely more relevant.
Well, I mean, they have been killed on rotations early throughout the entire day, so I guess it did happen again. It's just unfortunate.
It's all about the timing and the delivery, right? It's like when it happened again, so.
Toby,
I'm
the
definitely
butcher of
stealing.
puns. Yeah, I'll take that role. Circle goes west. Crater Field is no longer accessible, but it will also be your death if you stay there for too much longer. Circle's going to close in just about 40 seconds time. And, well, I mean, if there's anyone still sitting up on the ridge line of the crater, believe me, they're going to be hawk-eyeing all the way down. Greg, he couldn't find a little place to lay low for much longer. He will go down in last place. So 16 minutes in, and we still have 54 players up. This circle ending is going to be open. And for those of you guys not having the map stream open, I can tell you that inside the circle, there are technically right now no compounds available.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a Smoke City fest, and if you've got vehicles, hide behind that and potentially just use a bit of a ridge line and a rock if you can find it.
This is, again, where we get an ending in a corner of the map that we don't see a whole lot of endings happen, and this is where the teams that have taken their time to learn the terrain, know all the dips, they will have an advantage for sure.
And that's what it's all about. You've got to have all the information to play off as Furex tries to hold off the LXG players pushing in, but he finds himself getting knocked down, and Makalelevich will come in and do the damage. He will make it work. Fuse doesn't want to be out in the open too far, though, as Barlos continues to try and tap him long distance here.
Not sure exactly what happened just before. Barlos blew up Filler with a nade. So a bit of a chaos situation happening, I believe, for them. Fuse trying to stay alive. Out in the blue right now, but want to get on forward. BCGG getting himself...
Bing.
That was actually pretty... I like that. That was pretty close. Huh.
I've been hitting myself with a pan.
Oh, that's what
work
it's
out
been.
the noise over and over again, you know.
Yep, Spiro taken down. Handy Bro doing the damage needed in LXG, but they're having a rough time, and they ain't getting nowhere. Fuse, last player alive, trying to drive on through everything, and somehow he's actually still alive. Barlos tried to stand up and shoot, but Avangar used that time to take out his tail target, and LXG in the end will be finished off.
I love Grishka power here. He's just like, the circle's coming to me, but I can do some damage. I believe as Futbolist, they will go down in 13th place. It's not going to work out any further for them. Forsberg spraying onto O'Connell, but he can't get him out of that car.
So, Futbolist didn't get a single point today.
Oh.
That is
They don't get killed this
rough
game.
day for them. No.
Oh my. You go from having like a ridiculously good game that we were proud of all of yesterday into this, and I was worried that could happen for them. They need to bounce back, they need to learn how to do it, and Smash needs to learn to get some cover, or at least take down Arrows here, because he is heavily outnumbered and they are coming for him. Luckily he's got Polyderic there to help him, and it's only O'Connell left to find.
We need a home as well. Haven't had the best of days today either. Now they are 4 alive, as I say, that Lipson does get knocked, but of course there is a rest opportunity potentially coming in from a team, and that is a Hail Mary nade if I've seen one. And no damage done.
Arrows is like, ha, crept away, no problem.
I'm coming for you. No, you're not. Down he goes, and now they'll have to make that run on further forward. O'Connell's trying to run underneath there, as you can see in the far distance. And Force leaving Crater Field now, trying to do some sort of an engagement on this one as well.
Oh no, Hanny just at the right time tries to take Anuctive by surprise. Lots of damage done. He's not going to be able to hide very far. And Riddle, no way. Hanny's like, I nearly did it. It's there. Oh, wait, what?
And he got killed by the circle. That's unfortunate. Max was by himself, and oh my lord, what a shift to the northwestern side here. So many teams have been struggling, saying, oh my god, we have to go to Crater Field. Oh my god, we have to go into Crater Field. Oh my god, we have to get to the other side of Crater Field. And now they have to go all the way down towards the road as well. This rotation is going to be so hard for a lot of these guys.
Is Maxwell the only Avangar player left alive?
Yep.
And you've got a full team of 3-man Besiktas and a 4-man Zen still up in this, and they have compounds.
Yep.
Gamerlegion now going to have to move out of their compound, and they've been having that battle down in the south for the longest time. They've also got Insidegames that might approach onto their territory as well. So there's going to be a true sandwich coming into play.
This will be really fun. You can see constantly that Zoekt Een Naam is shooting over towards Gamerlegion. No tag team taken down. Had a really, really good Miramar day yesterday, but not able to do similar things. Here they see the players alive. This Maxisor did get taken out in 10th place, and Bjorn getting knocked by Vasco as well. So they are trying to put their focus over towards the Gamerlegion guys. They're outside the circle. They have to push forward, and now Insidegames are coming in, and this is exactly what Gamerlegion feared.
Hamster starts off with a knock for him. The Wildcats trying to hold their position, and they've got fours pushing onto them. It's all about the placements of these nades, because they are a little bit split up in terms of where their players are currently sat. Onar just trying to hold the angles, and he's hoping someone's going to push out into him, but it's going to do a lot of teamwork needed here in terms of communication on where they're playing from. Katurkan. What the hell? Phosphor nades his teammates. What? This is the time they need to attack. This is where the Wildcats have to go. Onar, screw your teammate. Get involved.
What?
Don't just sit back.
Phosphor just naded 2 of his teammates, and Honor is like, no. I am confused.
Yeah, I'm baffled by any of this. Okay, a nade can be a mistake, no problem on that, but Onar, that was your time. There you come in, but now you take him down.
Because of it too.
Not ideal. Sometimes it is just the way it goes down, as Onar will be the next to fall, but they do manage to make it into top 8.
Well, I mean, that's something, I guess, off of a good performance earlier today. They do still manage to get themselves some placement points.
Just so many kills he could have got there is why I'm so baffled.
I mean, that's one thing, but another thing is that Force, they came in with 4 guys alive, had a good push onto 1 guy, and then they just all go down because of it. Bjorn has pushed up. Going for the aggro position, and he gets himself a knock off of it. 1 more player was already knocked up there, so it's going to be 2 players taken down in just a short moment. Smash all by himself now.
Gamerlegion managed to sneak in though. That's huge from them. Ival ready for this, no problems at all. But Senix is just in the background. His teammates need to help him. Vasco has to vault back over the wall because he cannot stand out in the open. That's too big of a risk, and he's already watched his teammate fall.
Yeah, Bjorn went all the way up here to get a flank position, but now he's going down because of it. We had the similar situation with Hoekstra the other day. You can go aggressive, you can get these kills, but sometimes you just overstep it a bit. And even though he got 1 kill there, sure, going down in this situation when all of his teammates were actually in a position that they could play from, seemingly unnecessary, but it did. He got the kill, and he kept their back clear.
Look at Northern Lights. Full circle control. Split, but they are ready from every angle. The problem is, where there's multiple teams that still have 3 players alive, and 2 for Insidegames, there's going to be a lot of hurt coming your way.
This is interesting. Northern Lights got themselves a good placement last game, 3rd place make that, and also 10 kills with it. And this time around, they're trying to do things in similar fashion. Zoekt Een Naam, only 1 kill so far, and Insidegames have proven to be a struggle or an issue for them so far. They're trying to make the push on forward now as well. T-Bone committing to the rest, everything considered. Doesn't get down Sambi, he will get him down initially. Page wants to get the first aid off, only 10 HP to work with.
T-Bone not being flushed out just yet. They're trying to use him as bait. He's creeping up the stairs. Page just made a footstep of noise as well. They probably would have heard him. He barrels out the nade. He's going to try and get the revive in play. Shuts the door behind him, and he's just going to go straight in for it. Get the revive, try and make it work, and hold on to this in any way possible.
Nades are in the hands of the Insidegames players. Now Besiktas is taking a fight with Powerful. Powerful also a team we haven't really seen a whole lot from today. Let's see here, Besiktas, they do have 7 kills up until this point. Lux gets taken out, so just 2 players remaining now, but Powerful, being 3 guys up, they have a chance to do something here.
Do you know, I think when you called out Northern Lights for not having like the most spectacular standout games, in the last 2 games they just went, okay, shut up Toby, it's time for us to play.
Yep.
And that's exactly what they're doing as Zen. They're still trying to hold on. Insidegames get eliminated, and that was played so well from Zen.
Not a whole lot they could do. They had to take that fight, and they played it off really, really well. And that's the thing, you gotta, even though you're in dire situations where there's not a whole lot to do, you have to constantly make those plays work for you. And look at the run that T-Bone has to make from here. I'm not seeing where he can go and stay alive in this one.
It's completely open, and the deep is actually looking towards that direction. He's already heard the shots. The moment T-Bone steps out, he's going to be under fire.
That is going to be extremely tricky, is for sure.
T-Bone's taking shots himself, though. He's not one to slow things down even when the pressure's on.
If he can get a knock on towards one of the Northern Lights players, that could be his break, but I do not see how he can get out of here alive. You see also Vex now looking down towards the compound. He's just sitting there saying, you know what, I'm going to shoot all that I can, and then I'm going to die to the blue if I have to. That's That's gonna
That's all T-Bone can do at this point. It was a good attempt, but it's not going to work out. But still a 5th place for Zen. They can't complain about that.
You can see Brockler just sees this top of his weapon. Ultra is down there. He knows it too, but only smokes to work with. No nades in the hand of the powerful player.
Northern Lights, the only team with 4 left alive. Got Gamerlegion, Besiktas, and Powerful with 3.
How does Northern Light play this one? They have Deep and OK Pro on the wrong side of the street right now. They need to cross on over. And Gamerlegion potentially with a chance here to make a play on some of these guys that are currently trying to cross.
Yeah, I don't fancy their chances coming across this, but the Deep's going to try it in a vehicle. OK Bro's using the supply drop as a bit of cover. Perfectix. Oh, man, the nade goes up. Fex tries to run away. A lot of health gone from him. Another nade is pinned and ready. He barrels it back out, and Fex should be able to avoid it, but it was getting very close.
He is gone. 2 players left in Besiktas. Hamster, nice flank coming in from him around the side. There gets the finish off towards Perfectix as well. Nice swoop around the side. So Northern Lights do take 1 casualty. Quasi gets himself a knock on towards Morpheus as well. So a bit of help coming in for the Besiktas team. But how are they going to play this one? Are they going to continue down the road here? Or are they going to try and make it up? I feel like this is the only play they can really go for.
Ultra running forward. Spots out Quizzy, takes the first few shots, but he's not able to land it. Noise has been made now, though, and certainly their positions will be seen.
They know what weapon they're up against, too. It's rather, oh, don't want to peek for too long.
Not worth it if he's able to land a few of those shots. The nades come out, not too much damage, but at least the sound cue's been taken off from them. Powerful looking to try and sneak into it as Quizzy does land the 1, looking to get some more damage done. If they had, well, he does have grenades, doesn't want to use them just yet. Maybe he's holding on to it until the end. OK Bro will find the knock onto Ultra, and Besiktas now only have Tomil up.
Northern Lights have 2 level 3 weapons, which also most likely means that they have 2 sets of level 3 gear. And look at the damage applied. All these teams have been fighting. That was a chest shot, getting the knock in with the AWM.
He's like, you want a third party up? Don't consider it.
Yeah, that's not going to work the way you wanted it to. Well, Besiktas taken down. Fortunately, OK Bro gets to run around for a little while longer. Will be able to cross the road, though, with that ghillie suit. We'll have to wait and see.
This is a huge turnaround, though, for Powerful. Top 3 here. Got 3 players left alive. They could easily turn this around if Northern Lights and Gamerlegion continue to engage into each other. But people need to, I think it's OK Bro's going to be looking out towards Norcus and making sure that Powerful don't overextend themselves a bit here.
If Northern Lights can make sure that there's no one sitting north of them or behind them, if they can somehow push the Powerful players down, oh my god, the fact that OK Bro can stay on the other side of the rope for this next circle is actually insane.
He's got so much to work with from this spot.
Of course, if he gets knocked, there's no rest coming in, but he can apply so much pressure. He can keep their entire southern flank free for any pushes coming in towards them.
And they also dropped him first aid kit, so he can always comfortably use that as well.
Exactly.
Quizzy still looking. He wants to land these huge shots. He wants to get the job done. OK Bro out in the open, ducking and diving, dodging bullets all day long, and he will stay alive hiding behind the car, but this gives the information that Powerful are starting to make their way into this.
And what he has to do is just bait shots. Honestly, he has a level 3 gear, he can tank a few, bait those bullets, and let Quizzy and Deep do the damage up close.
Nork is still firing off a few shots here. Morpheus is in Bruxelles getting too close to Gamerlegion, though. Unless they're going to engage in this, they need to keep their wits about them. Up close and personal. Morpheus goes down. The job is done. Fex with the finish off. And now there is only Bruxelles out on the corner to try and make this happen. Norcus finds himself getting knocked.
Great reaction play coming in from Mutton there. Bruxelles gets spotted out. That's going to be him down to low HP. And it's going to be him finished off as well. So 2 teams remaining. Gamerlegion once again have a chance of getting a win. This would potentially be the 3rd second place over the span of the last 2 days. But here they're saying, no, we want to get this win. We have a chance. Sure, they're up against 2 level 3 weapons. But level 3 weapons, level 3 geared people. But they have a chance here. They have a chance, and that's the first knock coming in right there.
This is exactly what Gamerlegion needed to break the curse. Plenty of nades coming across. McCann doesn't want to stand up there too long. OK Bro's already gone down. We're now putting this into a 2v3, and Gamerlegion have all the position to play with here. They're down on the south. They don't know any information on terms of what they can give over to Northern Lights and where they may pop up. The only benefit Northern Lights have is that they have got the zone in terms of they are very central to this.
The one yesterday was tough 3v2 advantage for them that ended up losing. The one today we argued that they should have been more active.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to push forward. They're playing on the position. They got a knock on a finish off on the shack here. They know that they only had 1 player there before. They're trying to push on it this time around. They like the change of pace. But for the sake of them, get yourself that win.
Quizzy could be the side swiper here, though. They don't keep their wits about them. He spotted out 1. He's going to get his nade pinned and ready.
This could be a huge
He's trying to make this happen. He's keeping it such a distraction. Hamster gets knocked. Gamerlegion, they cannot allow this curse to continue. It's second places all day long. Fex and McCann have to step up. The revive's coming in, but the deep, all it takes is one push over the top. He's going to see it as well. Quizzy finds McCann. This is not looking good for Gamerlegion at all. How much more can they take? The revive is being pulled off. The deep, he did not push on this, but this may give Gamerlegion the chance they needed.
They knew Quizzy was within nade distance already, and they're still committed to the rest now. We'll see how this one is going to unfold, but right now, 2v2. That's going to be 2v3. Quizzy 1v1 now.
Surely Fex can pull this off. He comes in, he's in a guy's position. Quizzy round the side. Is Fex going to go for the finish off? He sprays up into it. More shots coming out towards him. But Quizzy, Northern Lights, they get it done. 6 kills and the win. Gamerlegion are absolutely cursed when it comes to winning out games.
Oh.